welcome to Thursday morning live workout. Hope it was well. Had a good weekend so far. Enjoyed the nice weather. So as usual, we're going to go through a warm-up prior to get into the main session. So today's session will be a kind of mixture of kind of strength-based exercises, a little bit higher intensity, but I'll go through those in a little bit more detail once we get to it. So to start off with a bit of warm-up. So what we're going to do to begin with, we're going to do a little activation of our key muscles to begin with. So our key ones for me are abdominal muscles and our glutes. So what we'll do, we come down to the floor, we're going to get those stomach muscles engaged. So we're going to come down into our dead bug position. So back nice and flat onto the floor, raising our legs into that 90 degrees at the hips, 90 degrees at the knees, and raising the hands up. So keep as much of our back in contact with the floor. I'm going to slowly take out my right leg and my left arm away from me, and then pull back in again. So then, and then I'm going to change it to the other side. So what I'm trying to do here is keep my lower back in contact with the floor, but the back tilting of the pelvis. So you should feel your stomach muscles kind of working to maintain that kind of postural position through the lower back. So you can extend out through the arm and the leg. Again, try and not hold your breath here, but you should be able to feel it and keep abdominal pressure. Keep that position. So a couple more reps here. Yeah, and it's up there. So that's our kind of abdominals kind of activated. And now we're going to come into our glutes. So we're going to be same position, feet on the floor. And now we're just going to bring our hips up, squeeze or clench our glutes in, and come back down again nice and slow. So we think about driving through the heels, so raise our hips up, back to a nice straight line here, core again activated, and come back down. I'm going to go roughly 10 here, so that's 3, 4, 5, really try and clench at the top, 6, 7, 8, good, so 2 more, 9, and last one, 10. Perfect, right, now we've kind of activated kind of 2 key muscle groups there. We're going to do a bit of mobility. So we're going to start off with stretching through our glutes, so outside of our hip. So when coming into that high plank position, so hands in the position here, start with our right leg, we're going to bring that right knee in between our 2 hands, and then kind of gently sink our hips down towards the floor. So you should feel a nice stretch on the outside of that right hip. Hold for a second or two, come back to the other side, that left leg coming forward, dropping that hip down. So each time can get a little bit lower, perfect. So you should feel a nice gentle stretch here, shouldn't be too forced or in pain here. A few more through. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we've done the outside of the hip, now we're going to do that kind of inside of our kind of thigh hip area. So the position we're going to adopt is left leg to the knees on the floor, our right leg to be nice and straight. My knees kind of in line with my foot here, hands on the floor. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to gently rock my hips back to that left heel. So as I gently take my weight backwards, I feel a slight stretch to the inside my right thigh. From that position, I'm going to add a rotation in as well, so we'll get a little bit of mobility for our spine, and from that position, come back out, stretch, ease off, back in, so feel that stretch the inside of the thigh, rotate round, back through. So we're going to go 4 here, this is number 3, 1 more this side, gentle sit back, and rotate round. That's the other side, extend again, come face on, right knee down, left leg out, so it's nice and in line with my knee, and sit back into my heel, feel that stretch the inside my left thigh, and then rotate round, and then come back out. So again, this shouldn't be anything forced, it should be a nice gentle stretch to the inside of that left thigh. If it is quite tight, just don't go as far back into that movement. Good, perfect, hands up there. So again, sticking with the hips, I'm going to come back into that high plank position. Now let's go a big step with our right foot, trying to get the foot as close to this right hand as possible. Get that foot nice and flat, so we're really opening up through this hip. Keep our back nice and straight, hold for a few seconds, and then it's back out again. So we're just opening up through those hip joints. Also working on a little bit of shoulder stability, our hands holding this position. Trying to get that back nice and straight. So for a few more reps here. Get that last one. Perfect. Okay, from there, let's go back into a stand position. So now we've kind of mobilised most of the key areas. Let's go for a little bit more kind of activation for the muscles. So we're coming into that squat position. So hands out the front, and also gently Lower our hips, back again. Again, nothing too forceful, just easing into the movement. Trying to get maybe a little bit deeper on each rep here. Keep our posture nice and tall. Okay, let's go a couple more reps here. Second low. Last one. And ease up. So from there, when it comes to a reverse lunge, we'll reach. So start with my right leg and then step back. Knee comes all the way down to the floor, so directly underneath me. And both hands open up and really stretch up towards the ceiling. So for a nice stretch from the shoulders, down from abdominals into that right hip flexor. Step forward, repeat the left. So nice control, step back, reach up, hold for a second, stand through. So a couple more times here. Really stretch out. Last one here. And ease up. So last little bit, just for a little more focus on the shoulders. So we're going to do one at a time to really open up the shoulder joints. Try and get a bigger range as you can. Again, listen to your own body. Shoulders are tight, we have shoulder injuries, but force this movement. Just keep it nice and relaxed. Take it to wherever your body is happy to go through. Good, so we go on this left side. Okay, the last couple of reps here. Okay, so you mobilise all our key areas of the body. This last little bit of almost a few 20 seconds to get the heart rate up, let our body know we're ready for today's workout. So we're just going to do a little jog on the spot. Nice and light on the toes, get the lung pump in, and that heart rate up. Get the last few seconds here. Get the last 5 seconds here as fast as we can. Again, nice and fast. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Okay, warm up done. Grab a quick drink if you need one before we get into this main part. Okay, so we're going to start with two exercises. I'm going to go through 3 times. So our first exercise is a variation of a plank. So into that traditional position. So forearms down to the floor, trying to get the elbows directly underneath your armpits. Leg it nice and straight. If you can get them nice and close together, perfect. If you need a little bit further apart for a bit more stability, also not a problem. So from this position, that's your normal plank. From here, with a plank saw, we're going to transfer our weight forward and transfer our weight back. So we're just kind of moving our centre of mass forward and backwards, challenging that core throughout. So that's our first exercise, 30 seconds. Let's go through that one and I'll show you our second exercise. Okay, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. Into that plank, core nice and braced, we transfer our weight forward and come back. Nice, slow, nice controlled movement here, don't go too fast. Think about keeping good contraction for our glutes. Some muscles being pulled up towards our spine. We're going to breathe throughout. Okay, you've got 10 seconds left here. Keep in that position. Nice slow movement. Transferring that weight forward and then back. And right stuff there. Nice to go. Okay, our second exercise is a variation of a lunge. So it's called a seesaw lunge. So what we're going to do, start with our right leg. We're going to step forward into a forward lunge. Lower ourselves down, push up that right leg back to the middle, and stay on that right leg and then step back straight into a reverse lunge. Step forward and repeat left side. So forward lunge, backward lunge, and change. So this one we're going to go for 60 seconds here. So this first one, just take it nice and slow, nice control. Warm up to that movement. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So stepping forward into that forward lunge, back to middle, stand on the right side into reverse lunge, middle, now the left. Pushing forward, weight to my left side, middle, reverse, and my weight changes into that right side. So nice control, making sure we're keeping our posture nice and tall, making sure we're not kind of falling forward, keeping nice and braced for our abdominals and the legs. Do the work, pushing that floor away. Good, nice. So halfway through guys, 30 seconds to go. Making sure you stay on that same leg, forward and then reverse, and then switching over. Again, take this nice control. this first set, and progress it a little bit further down the line. Another 10 seconds to go. Last couple reps here. Get it. 3, 2, 1, and rest there. Nice little grab a quick drink, have a short break, and go back through those another 2 times. So kind of back down onto the floor. It's that plank saw position. If you find that difficult for whatever reason, you can just go back into a normal plank if you wish. Alright, so back to 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So good setup there. Transfer our weight forward and come back again. So really think about squeezing those glute muscles, keep them nice and braced in our lower limbs, and drawing those stomach muscles up towards our spine. Try to avoid having all the weight actually onto the elbows. Try and kind of distribute that weight the whole way through your forearm so it's not too painful in the actual elbow itself. Good, last few seconds here. Good, 3, 2, 1, and rest there. Okay, come back into that seesaw lunge. Let's start on that right leg. 60 seconds, 3, 2, 1, off we go. So into that forward lunge, lower for that right leg, push away, straight into that reverse lunge, into the left, and change. Keeping that posture nice and tall. So now you've got the movement. If you want, you can speed it up slightly, make sure we're not changing our form or technique here. Keep it nice and controlled. Once you've got it, speed up a little bit. You're really pushing up that lead leg. Make sure the whole foot's down, pushing through the whole foot. Trying to push off the toes, well over halfway. Keep it going. Good, 15 seconds left. Last few reps here. Good, 10 seconds to go. Good, 3, 2, 1, and it's there. That's going to go to the shake. Got one more round to go. And that's our first set done. So quick drink if you need. Okay, come back into that plank saw. Last one here, 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Get that set up correct, nice and braced. Transfer our weight forward, come backwards. Maintain a nice, long spinal position. Nice and flat. Drawing the stomach muscles up towards your spine. Squeezing the glutes if you can as well. Yeah, last few seconds of this last set here. Yeah, 3, 2, 1, and rest there. That's done. Right, last one into the seesaw lunges. 60 seconds worth of work. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So that's that forward lunge. Go for that front leg, back into that reverse leg. The weight changes into that left. Push you through. Switch over. Good, okay. Third round, if you feel quite comfortable with the movement now, speed up slightly, making sure you're really working the leg, pushing down through that floor, drive yourself back into that standing position. Okay, nice, so that's halfway through, 30 seconds to go. Really pushing that floor away, 20 seconds left, nice control. Nice and tall. Good, just over 10 seconds, last couple reps. Good, last 5. Good, 3, 2, 1, and let's stop there. Let's go. Right, let's do 1 minute recovery. Grab some water before we go into our second set of exercises. So definitely feel nice and warm now. Muscles are kind of working. So we're going to increase it slightly in the second set. And our body's fully prepared. So also have another 30 seconds so I'll go through the next 2 exercises. Same format, 2 exercises, 3 times through. So first one, get into the kind of core and shoulder stability kind of focused into a bear crawl position. So set up here is knees directly underneath your hips, hands directly underneath your armpits. Curl the toes under, so raise the knees an inch or two. And then what we do, so if my left hand moves forward, so does my right knee, and then vice versa, and then we come backwards. It's nice control, stepping forward. Depending on how much space you've got, you can do 3 or 4 forwards, 3 or 4 backwards, depending on your space. Laying here to keep the back nice and straight. As you move forward, couple steps, and backwards, couple steps. Using the stomach muscles nice and tight. So 30 seconds through this one. I'll explain the second one as we get to it. Early. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So into that position. Nice control. A couple steps forward. Spending your space. And then coming backwards. So opposite arm to opposite leg. Always working. Keeping your back as straight as possible. Drawing those stomach muscles in. Also working for that shoulder stability. Good, last few seconds here. Good, 3, 2, 1, and there. Okay, back into a standing position. So again, we're just going with a lunge sort of motion. This will be a little more dynamic, so we come into that plyometric lunge position. So from here, we're exploding off, absorbing that blood, low air, and changing over. Get head up, chest up, nice and tall. If you're not too comfortable with the jump look, you can just come back into a forward lunge, alternating sides. So we go for 30 seconds of this one as well. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Now off we go. So from there, really pushing off that lead leg. Nice soft landing, bend knees. Trying to balance, head up, chest up, nice and tall. Push away. Get halfway through, 15 to go. Again, if you're pretty comfortable, run this exercise a lot. Speed up slightly if you need to. Take it to a level your body is able to be comfortable with. And rest there, let's go. Okay, first set done, grab a quick drink. We have 2 more rounds of those 2 to go. Down into that bear crawl position. Okay, 30 seconds. Focus on that movement, being nice and controlled. We'll take this one controlled rather than being nice and fast, because you will definitely lose your posture if you go too fast. So really, 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Into that position. So opposite arm, opposite leg move at the same time. And then come backwards, keeping that low, hold back. Nice and still. Really draw those stomach muscles up towards your spine. Work on that shoulder stability at the same time. Get last 5, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go back into standing position. So plyometric jumps. Ready, 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we go. Nice and explosive, really pushing off that lead leg. Nice soft landing, head up, chest up, making sure we're not folding forward. Good, that's halfway through, 15 to go. Should definitely start feeling his legs really working now. Good, last 5. Good, 3, 2, and 1. That's you done. Okay, shoulder break there, but 1 more round of those 2 exercises. Good drink if you need it. Okay, last one. Back into that bear crawl. Nice controlled movement. Ready, 3, 2, 1, and I can go. From there, opposite arm to opposite leg. Moving forward, back, nice and still. Really drawing the stomach muscles tight as you can. Try and keep those knees directly underneath our hips, the hands deep in our hips. Okay, well, that goes last couple of seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Okay, back to that standing position. Last one. Into those plyo lunges, or just do normal lunges. Okay, alright, last 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we go. Again, really absorbing that load, which our knee isn't just crashing down to the floor, controlling it, absorbing that weight, head up, chest up, nice and tall. Okay, the knees are going to start to burn, like mine definitely are. Always slow it down. Got 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Okay, take a good long rest there before we go on to my next 2 exercises. Great work so far. Give the legs a bit of shake if you need to. Okay, set 3. Same format, number 2 exercises. One is going to be a 60-second workout, and the other one into a 30. So again, it's going to be a lower limb, abdominal kind of shoulder stability exercise for the second one. So, obviously, a little recovery. I'll show you the next one. So it comes to that lateral lunge position. So feet want to be relatively wide here, and we're just going to transfer my weight to one side. So this leg is really straight, our weight comes into this right side, and I push back to the middle. And then we go to the left, transfer, and pushing up. So what we're going to try to do here is, again, keep our posture nice and tall. We want to avoid coming into a position where it's falling forward too much. We want to be nice and tall, so make sure the seat behind you, sitting back, straight as tall as you can, back is nice and straight, this leg's nice and straight, and transferring over. So again, let's do this first one nice and slow, nice control. For those of you who've got overly tight groins or inside our adductors, just go slightly less in terms of width in your stance. Okay, so 60 seconds this one. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, and off we go. So gently transfer my weight over, so legs straight, my weight's into this right leg, pushing back to the middle. So control, 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 push off back to the middle. Keeping that head up, chest up. Keeping that posture, stomach muscles should be braced, breathing throughout. Okay, perfect. So as you kind of warm up into this movement, we can try and get a little bit lower, if we can. Synchronize hips, a little bit closer to the floor, trying to keep that head up, chest up. So you don't want to get any force in a range by thinking you're getting lower by doing this, actually hips are the same height, it's just your chest going lower. So hips lower, keep the head up. Okay, we've got 20 seconds to go here. Pushing away off that lead leg. Really feel our weight being into this leg here. Pushing in. Good. 10 seconds to go. Last couple of reps. Pushing away. Good. 3, 2, 1, and knees up there. Let's go. Okay, second one. It's another variation of a plank. So, any of you that have done my workouts before, we've definitely done these a fair few times. So, we come to what we call high plank position. So hands again directly underneath our armpits, legs up nice and straight. For this one, we're going to take a slightly wider foot position, so we've got a nice stable base through there. For this position, we're then going to do a shoulder tap. My right hand is going to my left shoulder, and then vice versa. So the aim here is, as I take my right hand off, is not to let my body weight shift and let my hips rotate. I'm trying to keep my hips directly pointing down. So you imagine 2 lasers in your hip, that laser slot should stay directly underneath. So minimal movement through the hips, also working on that shoulder stability, core control through there. So 30 seconds for this one. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So in that position, take one hand off, touch the other side. So you actually find the slower you do this one, the easier it is to maintain that position, control the movement. If you do it too fast, you get to the sway and lose the whole point of the exercise. Nice and slow, nice control. Those hips directly facing forward down to the floor. Work on that shoulder stability, maintain that position. Good, 3, 2, 1, and rest there. That's done. Go, a short break. We're going to come back into those lateral lunges. Okay, well, a few seconds here. Let's get yourself back into that relatively wide stance. Already 60 seconds, 3, 2, 1, off we go. So transferring our weight over to one side. Just hips as low as we can. Feel that kind of slight stretch in that opposite side. Again, don't force this movement. Should be a nice gentle stretch. Shouldn't feel too uncomfortable, definitely not painful. Listen to your body. If you can only go to there, that's fine. Work to what your body is capable of. Good, nice and basket again. We drive off that lead leg, so pushing back to that middle position. Slow, load up, push back. Good, over halfway. Okay, make sure we're not folding our chest down towards the floor. Stay nice and tall. Okay, 20 seconds to go. Okay, nice reps there, guys. Get it going. You've got another 10 seconds or so. Squeezing the last couple of reps out. Pushing right through to the end. Good, 5 seconds. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and that's there. That's it. Right, back down to the floor. In terms of high plank shoulder taps. 30 seconds work. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Nice wide base of support. Nice control. Try and keep that body as still as possible. Avoid any swaying. Keep that stomach pulled up towards your spine. Nice and strong for that stability of the shoulder. Get nice down, guys. Keep it going. 10 seconds to go. Get nice and done. 3, 2, 1, and that's it. That's it. Right, shoulder break. One more time through those two. Before we go into our full set. Okay, last one of this lateral lunges. So get yourself in a nice wide stance. 60 seconds, 3, 2, 1, off we go. So lower down nice and slow, push away nice and powerfully. Again, listen to your body, take to where you're capable of or happy with, it feels good. Head up, chest up, keeping that posture throughout. Again, these ones don't need to be particularly fast. Think more about the movement quality here, working that range for the hips, really working muscles to be lower ourselves into that position and push back to the middle. Get halfway through, 30 seconds to go. Nice. Last few reps of this exercise to get it going. Pushing that floor away, back to the middle. Good, just over 10 seconds to go. Last couple of reps. So you go a little bit deeper, those hips. Good, 5 seconds. Good, 3, 2, 1, and rest there. Okay, back down to the floor, so that last one. Those plank shoulder taps. 30 seconds work. Already 3, 2, 1, let's go. Nice wide base, nice and slow, nice control. Keeping that position. Start muscles as tight as you can. Think about trying to squeeze the glute muscles as well. It's going to help maintain that stability through the hips. Prevent that rocking side to side. Okay, nice focus, keep going, keep going. Make sure our head position is looking down in between your hands as well. We don't want to be up to this position. Keep the head nice and neutral. Okay, last couple of seconds. And rest there, nicely done. Okay, take a minute or so of rest here. Grab some water and we're moving into our 4th set of today. Get some water on board if you need. Okay, so this one's going to be a little bit more high pace, a bit more dynamic. So still staying with that lateral movement. So this time we're going to do those lateral bounds or skaters, many names for it. So from that position, pushing across the room and slide. So again, those of you that are quite comfortable with it, you can jump a bigger distance. So now you can hear us land on that bent knee, keeping our core control here, and use that leg to push off. Slight pause and push off. Those who are not particularly comfortable with the landing, take it either smaller, so you can be like this position, slight bend, work at knee control, or we can just come back a few extra reps of the lateral lunge. So remember 30 seconds of this one. Drink. Okay, already 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we go. Try and push across the room as far as you can. Keep that slight bend in the knee, like landing. Hold for a split second, pushing across. So those of you that are comfortable, you can speed up slightly, making sure you got a slight pause, really driving across the room. As you warm up into it, you can try and get a little bit further if you've got the space. Get less than 10 seconds. Last couple of reps here. 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Let's go. Okay, our second exercise is coming into a press up. So again, we're working on the core, so we're keeping that position. This time a little bit more demanding on our upper body. So set up here into the high plank position. You can go from the toes, with the feet as close as possible. Feet touching, squeezing the glutes nice and tight. Hands roughly kind of shoulder apart. You don't want to be too narrow and alternatively not too wide. And then come down nice and slow, nice and controlled, as far as you can. Keep the body nice and straight in this position. So those of you who are not confident or much experience with press ups, you can come down onto your knees. Same again, we're keeping the stomach muscles nice and tight. We're allowing ourselves one straight line and then pushing back up again. It's the same movement, reducing the knee back through the lower body. So 30 seconds here. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Now, nice and slow, really drive those hands into the floor, push your body up. Think about raising the hips at the same time, so my body comes up in a straight line rather than chest up and body actually going to get potential back issues. Drive that floor away. Good, 10 seconds to go. Last few reps. Good. 3, 2, 1, and rest there. Let's go. Okay, short little rest there. I'm going to go back through those two. Grab some water quickly if you need. Grab a towel for sweating up yourself. Okay, I'm going to come back into those lateral bounds. Another 30 seconds work. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So pushing across the room, sticking the landing. Once you get comfortable with movement, try to get a bigger distance. Speed up slightly, making sure keeping good control. That knee, the ankle, absorbing that load. Good, 10 seconds to go. Let's keep it going. Good, last few seconds here. Okay, now 3, 2, and 1. That's exactly. Cool, don't forget the heart rate up that one. Coming back down. Straight press up. So ready. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Nice control. Push away. Again, if you're quite experienced with this movement, you want to speed up slightly. Feel free. Or alternatively, make it harder. We're going super slow way down and push it away. You can make it more difficult either way if you need to. Good, 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. Nice and done. Okay, no rest there. One more set through before we come into a little bit of a finisher. Okay, last one of each. Back into those lateral lunges. Okay, hurry. Last one. 3, 2, 1. And off we go. So push across. Stick sticking that band in. Again, you can, that bigger distance as you possibly can. Don't get comfortable. And to breathe throughout here, not hold our breath. Go halfway, let's keep it going. Last couple of reps here. Again, 3, 2, 1. That's there. Okay, last one. Into the press ups. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Last 30, nice and slow, control that down phase. Keep that back as straight as we can. Stomach muscles nice and braced. Nice and guys, pull over halfway. Just about 10 seconds to go. Last couple of reps. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Right. Take a minute or so rest here. Got some water if you need it. Before we go into our last little bit. Take some deep breaths in. Bring that heart rate down slightly. Okay, last bit there. We're just going to go for pyramid. So 2 exercises. We're going to go 4 of each, 6 of each, 8 of each, and then back down the pyramid, 6 and 4. So 2 exercises. First one, nice and simple. Into that squat position. Hands at the front for 4 reps. Then we come down to a modified burpee. So front stand position. Hands down, jump out, high plank, jump in, and stand. The hopping can go step, step, high plank, step, step, stand, squeeze glutes. So 4 of each, 6 of each, 8 of each, back down 6, 4, and we are done. So last leg push. So either keep the pace with me, or if you want to go faster, or a little bit slower, doesn't really matter too much. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. 4 squats. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Straight to 4. Modified burpees. Good 1. 2, good. Keep the back nice and straight. 10, 3, and 4. Right, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Into those 6 burpees. Go 1, 2, 3. Squeeze those glutes at the top. 4, 5, and 6. Right top of them into the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one. 8. 8 burpees. So there. 1, 2. Let's breathe through this. 3, 4, 5, 6. Get 2 more. 7. And that's the top. Back down. 6. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 burpees. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Squeeze at the top. 4, 5. Last one. 6. Last little bit. 4. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Last one. And 4. Last 4 burpees. Let's go. 1. Squeeze at the top. 2, 3. Last one. And 4. Nice work, guys. Excellent. Right. Catch your breath. Get some water. Last few minutes. for a cool down. Oh, heart's racing now. Okay. Grab some water. And once you're ready, come down into a seating in the lying space. First 30 seconds or so, just try and keep that heart rate under control. So get into a comfortable position. Take some deep breaths in. Kind of 3 to 4 seconds in through the nose. So again, out from the mouth. Try and bring your heart rate down. Okay, last few seconds here. Okay, come to a stretch. We're going to a glute stretch. So, I place my right leg across my left thigh. Take my right arm in between that gap that's created with my left and right leg. And then bringing that left leg towards me. Try to keep your head on the floor if you can. So you should feel a nice stretch into this outside hip area of the glute on the right. So obviously the more you pull it towards you, the stronger the stretch will be. And hold that for a few seconds. Good. Try and keep that breathing nice and controlled again. Into the nose, up the mouth. Okay, changing over. Left leg onto the right, reach through that left hand from the middle, and that right thigh towards your chest. But try and relax the head back. So stretch down that left glute area. Okay, a few more seconds here. Good, knees up. Right, both feet to the floor, hands out to the side, so gently take our legs up, we scream like this side to side. As my legs are left to right, left shoulder stay nice and flat. Get the mobility for the lower back. Please relieving lower back tension. Yeah, perfect. Right, from there, come to that seated position. Legs out nice and straight. So a nice lean forward, so you can grab your toes perfect. It has to be your ankles, knees, whatever's good for you. Got that stretch for the calves, so it's the hamstrings. Good, a few more seconds there. Yeah, that's it. Okay, we've got a lot of lateral work today, like side to side movements, or lateral lunges and jumps. So a little stretch out the inside of our thighs. So what I like to do is bring your soles of your feet together. So your legs are kind of spread out to the side. And you pull those heels towards your pelvis. And it's gentle pressure down from the forearms into the knees and down towards the floor. You've got a nice stretch inside the thighs into that groin area. Having two force to, which is nice and gentle, maintain that posture. Moving down for your spine. A couple of seconds here. So, a couple of upper body for your shoulders, into that kneeling position. Hands out front, and rock the hips back towards the heels. Push the palms down. Feel a nice stretch for the shoulders, maybe a little bit into our lats, into the side of the back. Hold for a few seconds. And then you come forward, hips down to the floor. Keep your arms nice and straight, pull your shoulders away from the ears. Feel that stretch in the front of the abdominal muscles. And then back down. All the way back, palms down to the floor. Forward. Go for one more. All the way back. Last one forward. Okay, quad stretch. You're going to do positional stand up, stretch one, or if you want to do a bit more intense, lean back into that position, push your hips forward. You feel a nice stretch at the front of our legs here. A bit more intense. If you don't really like that one, you can come into standing position for a traditional quad stretch in that position. So, whatever one you're more comfortable with. Change over between standing position. Balance onto something if you need to. Good. Give legs a bit of shake, give arms a shake. Well done guys, excellent work today. Hope you enjoyed that, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a good day.